everybody, Katerina here. Welcome to my home. Well, it's that time of year, Valentine's Day, and this weekend I'm going to be having a Valentine Day brunch. And of course, I'm going to be making a few desserts. And one dessert that Valentine's Day cannot go without is Valentine sugar cookies. I have a beautiful, unique recipe. It is a little bit work, but it's well worth it. Now let's get started. Begin with the sugar cookies. Everything has to be at room temperature. We're going to start with 1 cup of unsalted butter. I'm going to whip the butter first. To gradually add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, now we're going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. And 2. Okay, stop my machine to do a scrape down. You're going to want to do at least 2 or 3 scrape downs. Look how beautifully everything mixes when the ingredients are at room temperature. Now, this particular Valentine Day cookie, you're going to need 2 batches of cookie dough. And I wanted to bring your attention to this one because this one I prepared 3 hours ago. And I prepared it with pink food coloring, and I rolled it out between 2 sheets of plastic wrap right out, and I kept it in the refrigerator. And with the second batch, I'm going to make it a very pale pink. I have my pale pink food coloring paste here. I like adding my food coloring to the wet ingredients because it incorporates evenly with the dry ingredients. Okay. 1 tablespoon of vanilla bean paste. Now, if you don't have vanilla bean paste, you can use vanilla bean extract. The wet ingredients is done, and now we're going to start with the dry ingredients. 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, it's important that you sift it before you measure it out. 3/4 cup of cornstarch. 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. To mix this, start adding the dry ingredients to the wet, a tablespoon at a time. Okay, my cookie dough is ready. So I'm just working my dough together. It's beautiful. Now I have a prepared pan here with parchment paper and plastic wrap. I'm going to place my dough on the plastic wrap. I'm placing the saran wrap over the dough. I am going to start rolling it out to the thickness that I like for a sugar cookie. I like them a little thicker than 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to roll this out. Try to keep as much of a rectangular shape as you can. This dough here, I'm going to prepare it differently than I did the first one. The first one was simply with the food coloring. This one, I'm adding colored sugar. Now, you can pick any colored sugar you like for your Valentine Day cookies. You can go with red. I've seen it with purple. I'm using this beautiful pink. And all I'm going to do is sprinkle it over. Okay, so right over. Okay, look how beautiful. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Now, with my rolling pin, very gently, very, very, very gently, I'm just going to roll it down and press ever so gently, just so that the sugar will go inside the cookie dough. I plastic wrapped the cookie dough with 4 sheets because you really want to make sure you don't dry out the dough, and in the refrigerator for 45 minutes. I have my first cookie dough sheet here. What I'm going to do, I just slid it off the tray. I'm going to remove the plastic wrap. Okay, I'm going to slice these into 1/2 inch. It doesn't have to be perfect, but so here we go. I'm just going to cut 1/2 inch strips. Okay, my strips are ready. I'm going to put the plastic wrap back on and back in the refrigerator. Okay, now I have the other cookie dough here with the sprinkles, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut 1/2-inch strips. Okay, my strips are ready. I'm just going to cover it again back with the plastic wrap and in the refrigerator for 25 minutes. Okay, so all I'm doing is switching the one color with the other after I cut them and I brought them in, and that's it. Okay, and now I'm going to take the other one from this side and place it here. And look how beautiful. Okay, with the plastic wrap, you're going to very gently just squeeze it together. Okay, so we didn't have enough for there, so we're not going to worry about it, but we're just going to make little heart cutouts with this. Okay, I'm just going to cover this. Preheat your oven to 375, and I'm going to place it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. I have a set of heart cookie cutters, and I'm going to use this one. And I really like this little guy here, and these little ones for the excess. I don't want to waste any cookie dough at all. Oh. This one came up, so here we go. Right on my parchment lined cookie sheet. Okay, if they come apart, don't be alarmed. Just give them a nice squeeze together. And I made the little ones with the leftover dough. I don't want to waste any of this beautiful cookie dough. And in my oven for 10 to 12 minutes. I will watch them. Same thing with the next sheet I'm cutting. My second tray is done in the oven. Now I'm going to do one tray at a time in the oven. What I'm going to do is take all the scraps as they are and just squeeze them together like this. Okay, I have a little heart cookie cutter here. I'm just going to cut, and look how gorgeous. My Valentine sugar cookies are beautiful, and they turned out incredible, and I'm going to say it, if you could only smell my kitchen. My Valentine Day sugar cookies are done. How gorgeous did they turn out? I am so thrilled. I'm going to show you the ones that we smooshed together. Yes, that's a baking technical term. I'm going to taste one for you. Oh my goodness. Absolutely delicious. My guests are going to love these. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I want to wish you all a very happy Valentine's Day. And it's Katerina from my home to yours. Don't forget to hit your like button. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Ciao.